Good morning. My name is Dan Hounsel. I'm editor of Facility Maintenance Decisions magazine. This morning I am talking with Brian Copperthwaite, who is Senior Director, Facility Services, Maintenance and Operations with the University of Chicago. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, how you doing, Dan? Good to be here.
This morning we are talking about resilience, and specifically as it relates to your activities at the University of Chicago. So let's start with a little bit about you. First of all, how would you describe your responsibilities related to maintenance and operations for the university, and how long have you been in that role?
Well, I've been with the University of Chicago for 5 years as a Senior Director of Facility Services, Operations and Maintenance. Overall, I'd say, I have several teams that I work with to make sure, things keep running, whether that's the preventive maintenance program, the CMMS, campus-wide service contracts, our 24/7 call center, inventory supply chain, maintenance repair operations falls in my area. We do have service level agreements with all of our schools and clients. And then the engineering and mechanical and electrical engineering group are on my team. And then, of course, we have a lot of operating, alteration, renovation, budgeting things that we manage.
So in terms of resilience, how would you describe your involvement in the resilience efforts for the university facilities and campuses related to emergency preparedness and response and then recovery?
Well, we actually have a pretty defined or a definition of resilience at the University of Chicago. It has kind of three legs: reliability, recoverability, and redundancy. So that's kind of where I fall in to resilience or resiliency upon campus. Reliability, obviously, a big part of preventive maintenance efforts, kind of whether you do kind of condition monitoring or things like reliability center maintenance, but that's where we fall in. So my groups really work together, collaborate, whether you get the fire hose through the work center, call center 24/7 of the immediate issues that have failed. But we do try to filter that through the other teams, the engineering group to try to find long-term solutions, our inventory, supply chain group to make sure we have the right things on hand next time. So we kind of use a lot of data from our CMMS to kind of make the campus more resilient, and our main focus is reliability.
And in terms of priorities, I understand that every facility is different, every campus is different, has its own set of challenges and circumstances. How would you describe the resilience priorities for the University of Chicago's facilities and campuses? What kinds of threats, let's say?
What are your priorities? I would if anybody answered that question and didn't say safety and their teams weren't the first priority, they should probably walk the proverbial plank. So obviously we should be saying, safety is our focus and teams are our focus and getting them there. But I would say with that, it's a little more complicated. We want to tie together those teams' training readiness to improve recoverability, a big part of our resiliency efforts. For us, it's a lot of digitizing, simplifying, creating workflows to expedite things, easy, immediate on-site access on a handheld or whatnot to standard operating procedures, checklists, what to do. So the teams can really react very quickly. It's a standardized approach, whether that's power outages or excavation processes or capital project operations turnover. For us, we just want to make it transparent very quickly. We can come up with the fixes rapidly, and then also by digitizing and really leaning on technology for help us with resiliency, help us record a lot of this information, which eventually is going to turn into some sort of lessons learned RCA, so that we don't have to be quite as reactive next time.